I'm Jordan Nell, the CEO for Women's Business Club. I'm here with Cathy Kirk, who is the new leader for the Cheltenham Women's Business Club, and we're just going to have a little chat and get to know her. So Cathy, tell me a bit more about yourself.
Oh gosh, it's very daunting to be talking about yourself. But well, I've been pretty much in business all my life. I literally grew up in a business, in my parents' business. So it's just always been part of my life, most particularly fashion, a little stint in car sales, and more recently in garden buildings. So yeah, a bit of a broad spectrum in terms of sales and business.
You've done a lot then.
Yeah, just a tad.
So for you, what was like the pivotal moment where you realised I want to actually work in the realm of empowering women?
I think it's been in the back of my mind for some time. When I was in the fashion industry, I used to deal very intimately with women, in sometimes quite vulnerable situations, like for example a changing room where they're like stripped naked in front of you almost. And it really struck me one day. I felt very touched by a lady. She was a very powerful CEO of a major company in Northern Ireland, and she was in tears, floods of tears in the changing room. And it just struck me that women, we have a default mode of being severely self-critical, and I really felt this is just not right. We shouldn't be like this. We should, be putting much more positive thoughts in our heads and being kinder to ourselves, I think, most importantly.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess that just sort of led you into, I suppose, getting more involved with things that empower women and those sorts of things. So in terms of Women's Business Club, when did you first get involved?
Well, quite a while ago, I approached Angela, the CEO of Women's Business Club. I'd heard about Angela as being a great person for supporting women, and I had an event coming up, and I had no resources for this event. So I reached out to Angela in kind of desperation, and she was so kind. She took me under her wing. She helped me with the event. We did an amazing event together. And I just was really struck, by her passion and her compassion for women and her want to support them. And I just felt like, what? I want a bit of that too. I want to be able to be that person who can nurture and support women and, support Angela in her endeavours for the club. So, yeah.
Amazing. And now we're here and you are running your own club.
I'm the Cheltenham Women's leader. It wasn't something that I had planned necessarily. But a couple of months ago, Angela put it to me as something I'd like to do, and I kind of thought, well, yeah, that falls in line with my work generally that I'm working towards now. I'm looking into business to empower women through contextual hypnotherapy, sort of overcoming their limiting self-beliefs and really programming their mind with the things that they choose for themselves rather than what society and their backgrounds have programmed them into thinking. So yeah, it's come all together just almost spontaneously, really.
It's amazing how things just fall together sometimes, so it's going to be really good. What are your, I suppose, top 3 tools that you can get through Women's Business Club that you think is going to be best?
Well, gosh, there's so many, Jordan. Top 3. I think probably for me the top 3, because obviously I'm just at the start of building my own business. So it's visibility first and foremost, because you can have all the skills, and I have so many skills and qualifications now and life experience, but you can have all the skills and qualifications in the world. But if you don't have anybody to share them with or to market them to, then they're pretty useless, aren't they? So Women's Business Club, I mean, you've got so much visibility through the members' face group, through the database, through I've lost my train of thought there. The
posts.
No, the directory, the business directory, sorry. Yeah, the business directory where, you've got the access to hundreds of members that you can promote your business to and also hear about their businesses. So, visibility, number 1. Support. Again, I need support and I want to give support. So just having that network of women that you can do that with, peers who are on the same page as yourself, that's very important. So sharing that really. And then also the fact that, yes, we've the local Women's Business Club, but then there's the National Women's Business Club. So, we have this conference once a year that we all get together and we meet women from all over the country. And sure, isn't that fantastic to have that demographic of the whole country, not just Europe, because everything's now so accessible online, and we can all take our businesses in some shape or form online. So to be able to do that on a national scale, but there's so many resources, as you know yourself, Jordan, within the club. That it's very hard to pick just 3 really. So
many people sometimes get lost on how many there are. We have to do it. So there's definitely a lot that's available. What is your sort of vision then for your club and the women who are going to be joining you?
As well as, you know, the support and the nurturing, which is so important. You know, it'd be nice to kind of kick up our heels a little bit as well, and have like a little bit of a social thing. I mean, we've been in this lockdown for so long now that I think we're starved of just having a little bit of fun, and women are just naturally so sociable. It's so important, it's part of our psychophysical makeup. And so, you know, it's that combination of the business, the resources, the support, but then also the social factor, which is just inherent in all of us. We just need it. So I think I want it to be not just all about work, but a little bit of fun too.
We definitely like a little bit of fun.